for sleep. When you're young, you think, well, all you want to do is be successful. You want to sell a lot of records, and that's got to be the end-all, be-all. And so then you're fortunate enough to have that right off the bat, and then you're kind of sitting there and just like, well, what now? That was supposed to be our goal. So then all of a sudden you have to kind of change the light at the end of your tunnel. And for us, it was working hard at becoming a better band, making each tour in some way a little bit bigger than the last tour. You want to be, you know, a little bit better.
Tell me why you gotta be so cold. How'd you get so high? Why you keeping it low? You don't know. You don't know. Tell me how we're gonna make it last. You're ready to fly, I'm ready to crash. Don't go. Don't go.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to Thursday.
I've been up for 2 days. I'm really fucking tired.
In the artistic process, there's people that have specialties. You know, lighting being one, set design being one. I don't do those things, you know? I don't shoot videos, I don't direct. Those guys were sitting in there, like, all night, watching lights and stuff like that, which is cool. I mean, you know, Paul, like, really wants to be involved and really wants to make sure that they're right, and he's got a vision, and that's cool, but, you know, I'd rather just kind of witness it when it's done, and then if I have any comments, I'll make some comments.
This is not a light show-based show. This is a environment-based show, so no one be expecting what we did last time.
So this won't be good.
This sucks. Let's kill those house lights. They miss it.
House lights go. Whoa! Wow! Wait, kids are gonna love that.
I just think that the scale of it is immense. It is just fucking immense.
The first thing we should work on before we get into any of the other stuff is we need to figure out this intro situation.
Yep.
So, can we go to starting position?
Yep.
And set up palm, and let's just watch it and see if we're into this at all.
Strikes me as a little gay. And not gay in that really cool Chelsea, I know how to pick out clothes kind of way. In that gay, and like that kind of music your mom listens to.
Yeah.
Gay.
Technically, we are the kind of music that your mom listens to.
I'm rockers.
I don't like to admit it either. My God.
Yeah!
I've watched the whole 3rd season of Curb Your Enthusiasm already.
Are they coming out? Is the show over?
Hey, I love that song they played that went like this.
So start with that. A little lower.
The opening of the tour always has its bits of indecision, uncomfortability, and what the fuck do we do next?
I just hate this ending with the house lights on.
I still think that turning on the house lights at the end of the show is a good idea. I think it could work. I think if we did it right, it would work.
We can try.
And you turn the whole damn thing into a big giant sing-along. It's our biggest song.
I think it's gonna be a sing-along anyway. I just think we're just gonna turn the lights on the sing-along and everybody's gonna stop singing.
I think it makes it about everyone in the room at that point.
Well, yeah, it makes people go.
And I think it
doesn't
stops
make people
being
go,
our show.
"Fuck."
It turns into everyone's show, and I think that's a great way to end a show, personally.
I don't think turning the house lights on is spectacular.
Well, then someone else come up with a spectacular, because it's got to be a fucking amazing ending of a show, and right now we don't necessarily have one.
Is it too late for strippers?
It's never too late for strippers.
Midgets and flashlights. At the end of Long Day, we go back to that just all white, soft look that we walked onto that kind of looks like, you know, like a bar room look, like, you know, the inside of a bar. And we play all of Push with just that white light.
I just think that's like doing it half-assed, because A, you haven't involved the people, and you've not giving them a light show. So it's like you really haven't done anything if you do that. So many times you would tell people an idea, and then it just doesn't come out right. Usually what would happen is I give them, meaning Mark and Benoit, 2 or 3 days on their own to program everything. based on everything we discussed. And when I came down to look at it, I was like horrified. And so then I was like, well, fuck, now I got to do everything. So I had to redo the whole show, and it was fairly stressful. Okay, so if you've been following the story, I've been up for a few days working on the light show. And it wasn't going well, and I got really upset, and I punched a garbage can. And the garbage can was a little harder than I thought it was. And now my hand here, I can't close it. It was just so stupid that I just had to laugh, because I was like, that was really fucking dumb. It made me realize, what the hell are you gonna do? It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Dude, I am in pain. Yeah. But the rock doesn't stop. There's no crying in rock and roll. There's just no crying in rock and roll. Ah!
I'm trying to set my loops. Loop setting.
Yes, I am. I hope you think you need me. Hope I start talking crazy before you understand me. Are we through? You think that I'm beneath you, but you like the things that I do. Wrap them up and take them with you.
There's nothing anybody wants to play in particular? I think we could use solo, actually. There you go. That's good.
It's been a really interesting and kind of rewarding journey. You know, to watch a band who went from playing very small places to arenas and started doing their arena shows, it's been a pretty amazing transformation. And to see them on stage and to watch that, you know, that mechanism start to kick in that, hey, there's more people than we can see in front of us, you know, and to learn how to play to the back row and learn how to engage an arena, you know, that takes some chops. It takes some time to get that down. You know, from my perspective, it was interesting to be able to contribute to that, you know.
You've been so composed. We all know there's always something tearing you apart.
Their productions are pretty complex. You know, they're orchestrated very beautifully with, you know, traditional rock instrumentation, you know, so that it can become a challenge to try to recreate that live. So they kind of want somebody out there who can set a high standard for them and say, hey, it's got to be this good, you know, let's, and, you know, all the better if it can be somebody who technically knows how to achieve those things, you know.
You don't worry, no, you don't worry. You don't worry, you don't worry, 'cause you got soul.
I make the band come in and then not let them play. I made the band do whatever I tell them to do because I'm Robert Scoble. I used to work for Tom Petty, damn it. I toured with Rush. You fucking cocksuckers. You see this cut? You know who gave me that cut? Fucking Prince. I was touring the Rush with you guys when listening to The Cure.
All that shit and the third guy on the PA crew can cover for me. What's that tell you?
We have 24 crew people and 6 truck drivers and 6 bus drivers plus band security and tour manager.
My title's stage manager on the tour.
I do the monitors.
Real quick, Eric Barrett, tour manager.
Keyboard technician.
I am the bus driver.
It's officially a tour because the drivers are here. Uprigger, downrigger, coffee fetcher.
Put that away.
Rob calls me his minder.
Just a lot of coordination.
And general all around. Bros, I can't get my printer to work.
Stage manager is pretty much runs the floor all day long. We hire approximately 60 local people every day to help us set the show up. So I'm in charge of getting all them together, organized, get them split up into departments.
Super tray. After you get them in the tray, send them right down the ramp. After that, just jump in with me. Right. All right, guys. First thing we're gonna hit is downstage right and downstage left. There's 2 little 3x3 eagle risers that these guys are standing on. I'll have you guys do stage right, you'll do stage left.
All the hiring internally is pretty much done by the production manager, tour manager, pretty much does all the hiring out on the road.
Are you available to do something starting tomorrow through July 8th? Well, okay. Now let's get down to the real question. What kind of dough do you need to do this?
All around, the whole organization from top to bottom is top notch. And it's just a pleasure to work for a band like that makes you feel good. It's the type of band that'll thank you every night after you do a show, you know, and that really means a lot to people.
Thank you guys, our crew. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the security, for staying around. Thank you all so much, man, for helping us out with this. We really appreciate it. It means the world to us.
The most hectic is probably, you know, right at the start of the loadout. Stuff's moving around like crazy. I wouldn't call it hectic. It's controlled chaos. The show takes approximately 5 hours to set up, and it comes down in 2 hours. Just a real challenging job to make it happen every day, and you feel a good accomplishment at the end of the night, you know, when that last truck door shuts and you're heading to the bus with a smile on your face. There you go.
We have the best crew ever that gets us everywhere we need to be, and it feels like a big festival.
Greatest summer ever.
And then every night they got to tear it down and pull it up and set it back up, and big festival the next night, you know. And it's got to be the same festival that the last people had, because these people don't know and don't care that you had a show the night before and you have a show the next night. They all have to get the same show.
Singer to stay in a frame 1. All other spots frame 3.
She says you never took her out, and now you wanna play. Well, it's a big, big city. Let me show you around sometime. Oh, sometime. And now you cross that line. You can't come back to me. How's it feel now? It's too late, too much to forget about. Can't stop now. How's it feel now? I'm only asking because I wanna know how you wanna feel. How you wanna feel. How you wanna
Excellent job. That's the toughest one. Woo!
The bus assignments are, and it have always been since we've had 2 buses, it's me and Rob and Pookie on one bus, and Adam, Kyle, and now Matt Beck on another bus. 3 of us are the founding members of Matchbox, but it was mainly because 9 times out of 10, if there was something that had to be done, it had to be done from someone off our bus.
All the calls that need to come in come to that bus. And quite frankly, we just have it set up in a way where me and Paul and Brian have to sign off on whatever we do. So that bus is just an easy bus to get, you know, stuff done on.
Woo! Oh shit, now no doing the code. You got your microwave? I did that on purpose. And, you know, paper towels, coffee machine. This is the quarters. I don't know what my channels are yet. You can pick up movie and sports channels and all kinds of crap that is just way, way time-consuming and excellent. And this is the back lounge. You have storage here, another flat TV. This is a workstation area. And then you have this closet. I'll be hanging a couple jackets that I brought from inside. My bad. Okay, take us in.
This is Xbox, Microsoft, PlayStation 2. Play it a lot.
Brian has beat the game. He's had it for a month. He plays golf. While in picture-in-picture, he watches golf. So it's a golf day.
Scotland is where golf originated a long time ago in a galaxy called Scotland, far, far away.
Me, Rob, Paul, and Pookie, we got a connection now. It's like I know what they want. We see eye to eye. By the time they get on the bus, Rob would look at me, I already know what he's gonna need.
They're a good bunch. They're quiet, they're clean. They play a lot of basketball. Even though we don't have a 1 on the front, we're definitely the cooler ones.
Dancing on the boulevard in the quiet moments while the city's still dark. Sleepwalking through the summer rain in the tired spaces, you could hear her name when she was.
I sleep while they play. And then when they come off the stage, after they shower and stuff and get on the bus, that's when my day begins. My day ends when all the luggage is put upstairs and the band's off the bus. I park the bus and then I go to sleep for a while and then I wake up 3 hours before they come down to get the bus ready for them to get back on.
And for all you know, this could be the difference between what you need and what you want to be.
I love the bus.
Hear what you want to be.
It's pretty amazing the way that we come into places all over the country and every place feels relatively the same.
Yes.
It feels like this is what a dressing room feels like. This is what a wardrobe feels like. And most of that is Kim Van Loon.
We're coming into wardrobe. We're gonna see Kim Van Loon. Kim is the heart and soul of Matchbox 20. Whoa! There she goes. She's like a cobra. Only like 6 people outside of the band members are allowed to see this, and 3 of them have been killed. Basically, you have this world of wardrobe, frankly, and you have all of your attire for the stage. Look, Rob has a picture of me on his wardrobe because we're like best friends. I like to call this Kim's Corner. This is where all the magic happens. Hey, that's Rob Thomas right there. That's Rob, that's the singer. Rob,
Yeah.
what are you doing? All right, fair enough, America. You heard it first. And there's Paul, the drummer. He's going to do another show now.
Just practicing.
Had to see a man about a pair of pants. Then I got him.
That's how tight these damn things are. I have to tie my shoes like a gymnast. Fucking warming up. They're so tight.
About 2 minutes away from 6.
Let me know when they're ready.
Let's go. He's not gonna have a mix?
That's all we said.
Well, we need to know more than that. We need to know what we're walking into.
The 2 stereo channels went down in the concert between sound check and they were the keyboard channels and the high of the less.
Would it be crazy to get him a real monitor out there just in case everything went to hell and he really scared himself?
What am I to expect out there? Just anything. If you're fucking dying, signal me. I'll slow the show down.
Crazy before you understand me. Are we through? You think that I'm beneath you, but you like the things that I do. Wrap them up and take them with you.
Dude, wow. What? What did we have a fucking black cloud over our heads?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
We have the worst best luck and the best bad luck.
We play a show, we hang out for a little bit, get on the bus, go to the next venue. Usually we'll arrive probably around 5, 6 in the morning, go to sleep, wake up.
If there's anything to work out in the hotel that we're in, the first thing I do is go work out. I'll get room service, answer some emails. If I have time, I'll watch a movie, and I stay in my room.
Go to the venue, do a sound check.
Do
the show. Eat a little something. It gets really insanely boring.
That's why I said it's nice. It's so nice because when the wives are out, you'll go out.
Yeah.
You're more apt to go out and check out the town.
That's definitely a massive benefit to being married, is that your wife, who hasn't been on the road for the past 10 years, doesn't want to sit around in a hotel. And she's like, let's go.
This is the greatest thing I've ever had.
The guys all got those scooters, because I have one and they saw mine. And Rob took mine for a ride and he said, that's it. The bus driver can't have a better scooter than me. So they all got the same scooter I did, and it's just been fun tooling around with them.
I feel stupid, but I know it won't last. alone. And I've been guessing, and I could have been guessing wrong. You don't know me now. I kinda thought that you should somehow. Does that whole mad season got you down?
Scoot to live to scoot.
When I bite into a York peppermint patty, I get the sensation of swimming through the Alps. When I bite into a York peppermint patty, I get the sensation of swimming through the Alps. When I bite into a York peppermint patty, I get the sensation of skiing through the Alps.
Skiing through the Alps! You weren't supposed to show me.
We played the Staples Center, and that was just a really good night. I think that was the first show that we've had where all 5 members felt like, wow, that was a really good show.
I butt in on that question. There are 2 shows that are kind of like, I think a lot of us look back and say those are the 2 shows that we were probably at our best at. One was at the Staples Center in LA. The other one was on the Matt Season Tour, was London.
We're playing the Staples Center tonight, so this is big. For the band, this is really big. This is like the West Coast equivalent of Madison Square Gardens, you know, that the same moment that we felt finally getting to play that. We're kind of getting that now by doing the Staples Center. So, and I'm a big Lakers fan, so maybe I'll get to touch Kobe's jersey or something.
Can I get a cup of coffee with some cream?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
How you doing?
How you doing, Jason?
I'm Paul.
Nice to meet you, Paul.
Hi, how you doing?
How you doing, Rob?
Nice to meet you, Rob.
Are you gonna go with the boom mics?
Yeah, I'm getting
Like, what's the rush like going out on stage, having thousands of people cheering?
I mean,
it's like
kinda,
standing naked in a hotel room in New York City, right up against the window. And you're really high up, so you don't know, maybe people can see you or maybe you're not. And there's a great thrill there. It's kind of like that for me.
Any rituals that you have before you go on stage?
We've just recently changed our ritual because there was some kind of curse that was hovering over for the first tour.
Yeah.
That now we've just decided to combat by, you know, asking each one of us to suck, you know, each night.
Every time we were like, hey man, let's go out there and let's really kick some ass out there and let's really try to rock.
Then,
we would,
you know,
always just
would
suck, or something would go
cymbals
wrong.
would just fall off the stand or whatever. So
And since we've started
now
saying,
we
let's go
require
out
that
there
we
and suck, yeah.
each night, and it seems to be working.
It's been really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck tonight. Oh, I should say.
Best
Yeah,
luck.
we know where you guys
ready.
really suck again. You guys
Yeah, that's right.
We're nowhere near prepared.
You guys are gonna do a report on how bad we suck.
Thank you guys.
I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everybody to the beautiful Staples Center, right in the heart of the city of angels. It's a beautiful Saturday night. You guys could have done so much, man. You're in fucking Los Angeles, California. You could have done whatever you wanted, but what you did was you came to spend the evening with us, and we appreciate the hell out of that. So what we're gonna do, man, for the next couple of hours, man, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock the doors on the Staples Center. We're gonna take some time, man, and we're gonna forget about everything going on outside of those doors. We're not gonna think about our jobs, man. We're not gonna think about school. We're not gonna think about bills. We're not gonna talk about politics, man. What we're gonna do is we're gonna play some songs. You guys are gonna sing along. You guys are gonna shake your ass. We're gonna celebrate life tonight in Los Angeles, California. Are you with me, baby? Listen to music, there's 3 things that are important to me, 3 things that I listen for, and that's the song, and the song. To me, those are the 3 most important things. And so here's a song from our last record, and we're just gonna break it down to just the song. I think you're so mean, I think we should try. this in my life, and I think I'm scared. Do I talk too much? I know it's wrong, it's a problem. I'm dealing if you're gone.
We have so many people that take care of so many things, and like the only thing that I'm required to do is something that I'm like really grateful to do, because you get out there and the giving of yourself, like this purging nightly of putting on a show, that's like something you're thankful for, that's something that keeps me completely sane, and that's worth something right there.
And if you're gone, baby, you need to come home. Come home. There's a little bit of something in everything,
If you're in a band, whether you want it to happen or not, at some point you're gonna be on stage and you're gonna catch yourself in that Top Gun moment where like you're looking at one of the guys in your band and you're going, and they're going, and you don't mean to do it, and you know how cheesy it looks, but sometimes the love just overcomes you. And there's something I've learned, like, you gotta go where the love tells you to go. You know what I'm saying, Los Angeles? So much. This is the best time I've ever had, man. I've played Los Angeles a lot of times. This is the best time I've ever had.
We've always wanted to play the Staples Center. It's like a sign of prestige to be able to go in there and fill out a room that big in LA, which is kind of a jaded music town as it is. And it just felt really good, and I think for all of us to walk off and go, okay, we were happy with that. You don't have to worry about reading reviews later on because somebody might have come to your show and not like it. We didn't care. That was a show that we knew was a good one regardless.
I love Matchbox 20!
Columbus, Peoria, Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, Santa Barbara, Bakersfield, Vegas, LA!
Matchbox has built a really nice live following based off of touring that's been one of our assets, I think. Not cutesy videos and cutesy commercials or whatever, but because people, want to come see the live show. Friends tell their friends that it's musically, it's an interesting thing to see.
We've never been put into a demographic, which is pretty cool. Like we have, 13-year-old girls, that sing every word, and then right next to them is 50-year-old men singing along to every word. That's the way that music should be. It shouldn't have to fit any certain mold.
All our generations love you, Rob.
Awesome show.
Family music, great times. You're the man.
Basically, what's going to happen is the guys are going to run through their set for you. So you'll get to see that, and there you go. You get to see maybe some weird things. I don't know, maybe there'll be a fist fight, maybe a light will blow up. I have no idea.
Cool.
It's all a big surprise.
Hello, how are you doing tonight?
We're a group of 5 people who tried to be pretty conscious of the human relationships with people. Because a lot of these people give a lot of their time, a lot of their money to come to see the band. And so that kind of motivates us to try really hard to do, these kind of meet and greets and stay on top of it. Just try to make sure they feel like they're a part of the
organization.
She said, I don't know if I've ever been good enough. Well, I'm a little bit rusty and I think my head is caving in. And I don't know if I've ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me. And I feel like something's gonna give. And I'm a little bit angry.
Barbara and me.
Nice to meet you. Do you know karate? You took what I was going to say.
You're gonna rescue animals? Right on.
You guys are fueling my daughter's futures.
I really like you. Rob Dummy. I'm a mom and I love him.
Yeah, we just might feel good. I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna push you down. Well, I will. Man, I will.
Thank you so much. I feel my job is done. My pen is closed. My work here is complete. I can now go perform a show. It's so exciting. Bye, guys. Enjoy. Bye, all.
It's the end of the tour as we know it. I feel tired. He'll be the last room to go get, please. Okay. And I'll take care of you guys. Thank you.
I want to go home. I'm done. Absolutely done. My body hurts like hell. It's really hot out here.
Well, it's the last show, you know, of the big run after almost 3 months since we created this whole endeavor, and it's always sad because, you know, it's a baby that you kind of taught and you grew up with it, and then all of a sudden you're saying goodbye to it.
I want to thank all the beautiful people here tonight at Virginia Beach. It's so funny, man. You go on a long journey with your friends playing music across the country, and you get to that point where you're just like, man, I've had enough. I can't take any more. I want to go home. And you get to that last show, and you're like, man, I don't want to get off the stage. Thank you guys so much, man, for taking this beautiful evening and spending it with us. I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope we'll see you when we come back through. Thank you guys, man. Happy 4th of July.
Everything moves in real time for the audience, and everything moves in cut time for the band. Because on stage, there's a whole world that goes on. There's like conversations in between songs that last the whole show, like little moments that, you know, you spin back and forth talking to each other or throwing glances or doing something that's going around. And we're kind of, you know, communicating with each other in between. So it's a good night when you're really conscious of every moment of the show. Our band's been breaking up since Smooth, apparently. Like, I've heard all kinds of, you know, stuff, but we can't get this sound out of any other group of people. You know, maybe we'll find something else, maybe we'll find something better, but we're not gonna get this sound. It's, you know, this is something we're pretty fond of after all these years, so we're really curious to see how it grows up and what it becomes too, you know. We all kind of are at that point now where we're old enough to want to know what we sound like alone, you know, so that we really have an identity to bring back to the next record that we make, or else it just seems like we'll keep on kind of doing the same thing.
went fishing, but I came up with nothing.
You made somebody's heart break, but now I have to let you go. I have to let you go. You left a stain on every one of my good days, but I am stronger than you know. I have to let you go. No one's ever turned you over. No one's tried to ever let you down. Beautiful girl, bless your heart. I got a disease deep inside me, makes me feel uneasy, baby. I can't live without you. Tell me, what am I supposed to do about it? Keep your distance from me. Don't pay no attention to me. I got a disease. Take long till I'm free of my disease. Yeah, free of my disease. Set me free of my disease.
Whoa, Ralph's got a lampshade on his head.
I'm wearing a lampshade on my head.
Crazy. Woo, crazy.
Party.
It's unbelievable back here.
Pretty. I don't care. I'd rather hear one or the other. It's just hearing both is really fucking hard.
It's weird, and I'm not so sure that's how locked. I mean, if that's really, you know, I'd rather hear a click than that doink. Because while he's doing other things, I'm not so sure that that's
right.
The best way
But
to
all
go.
he's doing is just, I mean, simulating that for the hi-hat. I mean, he used to just be doing the hi-hat, so we never really had a click there anyway, right?
Never had that. So we'll
Well,
see.
I don't know.
The disease thing we need to go.
Yeah, I think the disease thing's worse. I think that's.
I know, but I'm talking to Phil, man. It doesn't. It's not like to me. I hear like I'll take the 3 AM, so I'm not trying to be defensive. But the disease thing we need to talk about because I'm telling you that I don't think it's that wacky what I'm doing that it should be that wacky. That's the one thing for that one song. 3 AM, totally right. You're
Dude, I mean,
100% right.
I'm willing to take responsibility, but I mean,
It
you
just
know,
doesn't
I know how to
seem
count
like-
four.
I know, but me and Phil, I just
don't
asked Phil because I had to say like, am I going
Then
crazy?
help me
or something?
understand why I can't figure it out then, because
That's
it's
we just need to go over.
all I'm doing is just counting 1, 2.
Yeah.
I ignore cameras. Fuck them. I don't see them.
Get out of my face with that.
I'm sorry if I don't ever look straight into your camera, but, you know, I try to ignore you so you get the real deal.
My God, I got the De Niro thing like 5 million times.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, I'm done with the De Niro thing. Here's what I've gotten. This is the ones I've gotten. I've gotten De Niro, Travis Bickle. I've gotten lead guitar player for Bow Wow Wow. I've gotten Joe Strummer, the drummer for Blink-182. But I get Travis Bickle probably the most.
Hey, did you hear the Paul Stanley story?
No.
You gotta hear this. This can be on camera. I don't give a fuck. So this is the longest story short. I'm gonna do this in 90 seconds. Bear with me. Ready? All right.
So tape is cheap.
Okay, a long time ago in the 60s and 70s, my grandfather had a really big office furniture store in New York City called Abe's whatever. What was it called? Aitken Brothers Furniture. All right. So Paul Stanley's dad worked for my dad and my grandfather just down at the furniture store. It was like a really upper showroom of like whatever. Okay. And the story is I knew this for like 20 years that Paul Stanley's dad worked for my dad. I'm in LA the other day when we were in LA having dinner with a friend of mine and she knows like everybody who's walking around, and she's having a good time. And basically, Paul Stanley walks over to the table. This is a good story. So I'm like, she's like, well, Adam, this is, I'm like, Paul. I said, man, is this full circle or what? I said, for 15, 20 years I've been walking around. Did your dad work for Itkin Brothers in New? He goes, oh my God, how do you? I go, well, it was my grandfather's company, and my dad was actually vice president for. He goes, your grandfather owes my dad an awful lot of money. I was just like, what? He's serious. Like, he's angry. And he goes, yeah, that was Sam and Abe's place. Since Abe is my grandpa and Sam is his brother. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, they fucked my dad pretty good.
I hated those ribs, Jay.
Who was first?
I just got a call, by the way, at your office last week. Maybe last week, not even, like the end of last week, right before the beginning of this week, that Paul Stanley wants to get a hold of me.
Really?
He wants you to get the money.
No doubt. I think you need to pay instead.
How do you do security? Tell me. How do you keep this band secure every day?
I'm amazed daily that they are. I've never done security before in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that nothing ever happens.
That's so cool.
Seriously, like I used to clean toilets, and I am so, because I don't have a clue what I'm doing, right?
Right.
But just nothing ever happens. So
That's amazing. So has anything bad ever happened?
no,
Never.
I'm just lucky as shit.
So you got it here. He just prays, nothing ever goes wrong, and that's how it works. It's karma.
If it does, I'm screwed.
This was the first city that played Push, and no one asked them to play it. They just took it upon themselves to play Push in Birmingham, and they put it on the radio, and people started to call in, and the record company called me up and said, I think we're going to change singles because this song is getting played in Birmingham.
The first time we played here, it was a radio festival, and we were just starting out, and we were the only band that didn't have a bus. So we rented a bus for the day so we could park our buses with the other buses. But I got so drunk with one of the DJs here that I passed out in the bus before, like 5 minutes before it was time to go on, and I came out just like half asleep and had to do the gig.
So you rented a tour bus for the day so that you could have like...
So we could hang out with the other. We were like standing at the urinal with the Chicago Bulls, you know what I'm saying? And we needed something extra.
And now you have 5 of them.
Yes. Now we have 5 big ones.
I'm sorry it's a late night, but it's Matt's fault. If he would have done everything right the first time, we'd all be home. Sorry, Matt. A little pressure. It's okay. A little pressure. You know what? I had 4 flubs, but I'm not going to tell them that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call myself out. I had 4 like, oh, wrong chord? Okay.
Big flub.
Yeah.
More than flub. More than what would be called a flub then.
What would you consider big? Like
Clam. Like a 4 clams.
4 clams.
There we go.
I
Okay.
had 3, I would consider it 3 clams and like a balk.
A flub is a flub. A clam is a clam.
Yeah, it was like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, it was a clam. And it was a nasty clam. I had 2 nasty ones.
If you're gonna make it loud and proud, man. That's Frank Zappa says, loud and proud.
Or roll in a ball and start crying.
Right. Yeah. You know, it's the extremes.
Vegas was good. Vegas was good. It was our 4th anniversary, my wife and I. So it was kind of, yeah, it was fun. And I did a Beatles song that we danced to with Matt Beck, one of our touring musicians, helped me out. And she didn't know I was going to do it, so it's cool, man. She was pretty moved. A lot of other people were moved too. Some of the security guys were weeping, which is odd. You know you've struck a love chord when the men on tour that have pecs larger than our heads are welling up a little bit.
You want me to be the guy who pays you to make me sit and sleep in the bed that goes like this all night?
Because you understand, how often are you in your bunk? How often? How often am I in my bunk? I give you the entire bus because as soon as I get on, I go right to my bunk. That's the only reason why I give a fuck at all about where I'm at on a bunk. That's it. That's all I'm asking. A little bit of something.
Did you ask him?
Come here before you call back.
No, I don't want his bunk. Why don't you want your bunk? Because it's on the passenger side.
So what do you want?
So's yours.
No, mine's on the driver's
This
side.
is on the driver's side. I said his is on the passenger side. If we could just get him and Brian to be courteous, that'd be fine. But they just don't.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Hey, no, you can't.
No,
you
yeah,
actually
when
try. I do it every single time I go to either door when anyone's sleeping. I never
Is it
wake
the
a
same
soul.
kind of door though?
Yeah, they slide.
Those things never work.
I know. I told Brian, because he's like, oh, look, you love this door, and it shuts, and then I went, and he goes, see? And I went, yeah. Boom, 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 and they rattled. So he's going to fix it. They put the pads in.
You're not making this very appealing to me. Now you're telling me they rattle?
Both doors do it. You're by the front door.
Yeah, but guess what? The front door's here. My head is here. Now you're like, back door, look where my head is.
There was no way I could have gone into this and had it work out for me.
No.
But it was just a favor. That's all I was asking, and it's fine if you don't want to do it.
Hey, will you?
I know everything that you're going to go through because I've been there for 5 tours.
So he wants to give it to you now.
I just asked as a favor to go, hey, for the one guy that's on the bus that gets in the bunk first.
All right, let's do this. I'll do this. I'll do you this favor. I will do that, but once my wife comes out, we have to switch back.
Would she want to sleep in my bunk after this?
Why? What are you doing in your bunk?
Yeah. We'll clean it out.
No, let's not do that. Because I do stuff to my bunk. I use, I don't want to. I put like a thing on the wall. I put my own pillows in there.
Stuff to it.
I mean, I spackle the. Wait, that's
yeah. You should. You're right.
There's stalactites in there. You don't want it.
No one understands me like you do, Bunk.
The bunk is my friend.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. You know why I'm gonna do it?
Here's Marisol.
Because ask Marisol if she would do it.
No, hell no.
Ask her if she would do it. If she was me, would she?
Okay, we'll see you then.
She's coming here. We'll ask.
All right,
okay,
I'll ask her.
Bye.
Is she coming?
Yes.
Is the bus here?
Get the button here.
Thank you. I asked you before.
And I said yes.
No, you didn't. You said, "Excuse me."
I'll do it.
Well, come on, come on. I know there's a catch. I know there's a catch.
You're damn right there's a catch. I'll do it, but you so fucking owe me a big one on this store.
Hey, hold on.
And it's
we have to talk about something.
What?
Wait.
Off camera, away. Remember what we talked about earlier.
Wife,
oh yeah.
This has to happen.
Yeah. All right. But you're gonna.
Actually, I would prefer his bunk, but there's no way he's giving up his bunk.
I thought you didn't want. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is getting worse and worse. So now he gets a wider fucking bunk, and I get a smaller bunk.
No, my point was this.
I get this all night.
Pretty much.
You have the phone in your bunk. They couldn't switch it out. So he's just gonna.
I love
take
you,
the
man. I
phone
can't
out.
do it. I can't do it.
All right.
I'll get divorced if I do it. There's no way. I'll do it until she comes out.
No, that's okay.
I'll gladly do that too.
I get the worst bunk in the bus, and I'm in the bunk the most.